If you've started thinking about preparing your very personal going-away book, undoubtedly you have lots of end-of-life questions about what to put into your book. I'll suggest to you in this video topics that others have included in their book, and you can decide to include them or not in your own. These are only recommendations. You can do it any way you want. After all, it is your book. In this video are short discussions of the chapter headings that I've suggested in the book, I'm Not Dead Yet. Start with the things you want done immediately on your death. I've called it instant action, and that's for the obvious reason. Putting it at the front of the book will make it easier to find and will also be a reminder to yourself to check this section often, because as you'll discover, things change, sometimes too fast. Put on the first page clear instructions about what you want done with your body. Follow with a list of family members and friends to be notified of your death, your minister's name and phone number, the funeral home or crematory where you want your body to go. But you get the idea. Make the decisions that have to be made immediately. There's a whole chapter devoted to the immediate actions required when you die. Follow the instant action chapter with one on financial and legal data. You'll want to collect the information about your personal affairs and organize them in such a way that your executor can make sense of things. Include information about the things you own and the stuff that you owe. Titles, life insurance, bank accounts, mortgages, stocks and bonds, other sources of income, financial statement, income tax info. You get the idea? You might choose to include your will in this section, but I think it would better fit in the funeral memorial section for reasons that will become apparent. Now the next chapter is named Information to be Shared with Others. This section includes information you want your doctors to have access to. Things like a list of the prescriptions you take and your schedule for taking them. Include a sheet there with the names of your doctors and their specialties and how to contact them. Include your Medicare or Medicaid insurance information in this chapter too. You want it there so it can be given to the appropriate professionals. I've suggested including your marriage license in this section, although many others have put their marriage license in the financial information part. My logic is if there are questions about your right to make medical decisions about your spouse, your license will help establish your right to do so. It's your choice. Next is a collection of your end-of-life instructions. A fun document in this grouping is your bucket list, those things you want to do before you die. You want to file advanced directions and any other long-term care instructions in this section so they'll be available if they're needed. Don't put them in your safe deposit box. Include your military discharge papers too if you are involved with the VA. And if you do or do not want hospice, here's the place to put that data too. There's a lot written about your will and loving letters in this chapter that are quite important. And finally, if you've got a written record of some of your prized possessions and family history, file it here. The book includes step-by-step instructions about disposing of the physical things you own. The last chapter is for your funeral and memorial plans. It's pretty obvious what goes in this part of the book, but believe me, this section will take a lot of time. So start thinking about it. What kind of a service do you want? Songs, scriptures, order of service? Decide early. Your end-of-life ceremony is not something you want thrown together at the last minute. Do it now so you can fine-tune it as you go. There are many details that go into the planning and execution of a funeral or memorial service. After all, the funeral ceremony is all about you, and you deserve to be both the star and the director of the event which will memorialize your life. Well, there you have it. Chapter titles of your very own going away book. Start with instant action, followed by financial and legal data, then information to be shared with others, followed by your end-of-life instructions, and finally your funeral or memorial plans. You'll be amazed at how many pieces of paper you'll end up with. They're all discussed in detail in my book, I'm Not Dead Yet.